All right, let's talk about how to prioritize what to test and how to actually use and get the most out of this conversion checklist. It's not really worth much if you feel overwhelmed, if you're not sure where to start and what to test. So I'll give you the tools in order for you to understand, like, objectively what it is you need to test. So let's head over to the actual screen, as you can see right now. Let me pop myself up here. You can see that I created a prioritization system. And the cool thing about this is that you can use this to objectively understand what to test based on the scores that you input in every area. And if we have our checklist here, we can see there's over 250 different things you can actually fix on your website. So, you got everything from category pages to, product pages, landing pages, and so on. But what you really want to do is generally ask yourself first, where's my traffic coming from? What are my most popular pages? And how can I optimize sort of the funnel from the traffic and the pages that get the most volume, right? That's sort of where you want to start because you're going to get the biggest bang for your buck. So you can go back into Google Analytics and go under landing page, and then you can check out this list here with your most popular pages and the ones that get the most traffic. You can see the revenue and you can see the amount of conversions and all that stuff. This is a great way to start. So let's say I was doing, I was applying the checklist to this specific brand here. I could say, okay, homepage, this product, and this product. Those three are the ones that I really want to start with. And on top of that, obviously, you can go with optimizations that will be seen by everyone. So everything on the cart, everything on the checkout. Those are the things that, the funnel just makes it so you have to go through checkout in order to finish your purchase. But on the top funnel, I want to work with homepage in these two pages. So I can go back to my checklist now and say, you know what? I'm going to look over all the optimizations for the homepage. And I'm going to be looking at all the optimizations for product pages because that will give me the biggest impact immediately. Then let's say I find three things I want to optimize. I want to validate if it actually makes sense for my business. Then I can go over to this prioritization sheet that I made. And I just copied over three random fixes here. I added in the description, literally just went back to the checklist, copy pasted everything and put it in here, right? And then I just categorized it. Then I started rating how well this page scores in every area. So, and the reason why we're using this is because we want to get massive impact, right? So does every customer see this page? And then let's say it was for homepage, you would say no, because not everyone arrives on the homepage. So in that case, you would get a low score. And you would go through all these different ratings. And at the end, you get a total impact score. And the higher the impact score, the more objectively you should be focusing on that fix, right? And then at the end, let's say you found 40 interesting things to fix. You went through the whole conversion checklist. Then you could go over to the page and click on sort and filter. You could add in the filter, create a filter up here, and add that to impact score, and then just sort it by the highest score. And that's objectively, or close to objectively, the thing you should start optimizing first of all, right? And let me just quickly go through the list so you can understand why we're asking it. So this kind of makes sense. If everyone sees the page, it's really a high impact thing, right? Checkout, cart stuff, that's really important. Or if you have one product and you're only sending traffic to one landing page, then that would be it as well. It would also get a score. And you can see here it says 3 for yes and 0 for no. And so in this case, it was 0. But you can see that I have a checkout optimization tip as well that I added, and it got 3 because everyone has to go through the checkout. Running on high traffic pages. Now, this is really important because we don't want to optimize things that are not really important. So this is defined as the top 10 pages according to analytics. So if it's in the top 10 page here, it gets points for that. And then you can add in 3 points if it has, and 0 if it has nothing. Above the fold, you get 1 point if it's above the fold and 0 if it's below the fold. The reason why we want to work with that is because above the fold is what 99% of traffic will see. As soon as it's below the fold, almost like 60% of the traffic will immediately just not see it. So it's an important point to make. Noticeable within the 5 first seconds. This is just an impact thing. if it's something you spot within the 5 first seconds, it really makes a bigger impact. So that's why you get points for that. And then does it have impact according to the checklist? I guess we could even write that according to the checklist, just so you understand. But in our actual checklist, we do have impact in here. So if it has high, then it gets points for that, 1 to 3. Does it increase trust and credibility? That's huge, because in the conversion space, that's one of the things that actually move the needle. So it gets points for that. Designed to increase user motivation. This is where you really ask yourself, like, is this change really going to improve or increase the motivation of the user, yes or no, right? So 1 point if it's yes and 0 if it's no. Can you implement this yourself or with your current team? This is huge, because if you cannot implement it yourself, it's going to cost you. You're going to have to hire developers and all that stuff. So that's huge. If you can implement it yourself, you can do it fast. You could do it today, right? And then implementation efforts. So how long does it actually take? You know, the less time it takes, the more points it gets. So if it's less than 4 hours, then it's 3 points. If it's less than 8 hours, 2 points, and so on and so on. And in the end, we get our total impact score, as you see here. And if we sorted it by impact, we would have to do the checkout test first, because it is just objectively the thing that will give us the biggest impact, right? Now, is this prioritization system perfect? Definitely not. But it gives you a much, much, much better indication on what you should fix. It gives you a framework that you can use. And a lot of people just don't do anything because they're overwhelmed by all the things they could improve. So this makes it easy. And the more of this checklist you go through, add in here, and actually add in the relevant point system, the better you will understand what to do with a large amount of data and a large amount of tips that you could actually improve. So my tip is go through the list, use this framework. All this stuff is within the course, so you can actually, and this is our course on School. All of this can be accessed in there, and you can get this prioritization system, the checklist, all that stuff. And if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll be happy to help you out.